Hi, I'm Andrew.
I'm Nia.
And I'm Chayse.
And this is STEAM in Wisconsin.
I would describe technology education as kind of like a problem-solving class because he'd kind of give us like the problem and then we'd like research about it and have to find out like how to solve it. And then we'd go in and like build it or like solve it by ourselves or with a group.
We're on computers, we're finding everything out, we're drawing things on paper, and then when we get into the room where we actually build stuff, we know what's going on and how to work things.
You need to use like a lot of communication and teamwork, and you also have to think ahead to how it's going to work out in the end. You can't just put something together and be like, it's going to work. You have to think of all the different pieces that go together.
For the earthquake project, we first started out by like watching a video from other groups. And then we were able to kind of like get an idea off of what they did. And then he handed us out a packet and gave us our groups. And then we had to solve the packet and like research a bunch of questions.
We had to build this model, well, it's a structure, to simulate a 15-foot building that'd be somewhere where earthquakes are prone. And we had to use the balsa wood, which is very easily broken.
We had to cut it like very precise, so everything would just fit perfectly. And then if our building survived, then from the earthquake simulator, then it would survive, and then we'd get a good grade.
We made it to 8.5 on the Richter scale, and our bottom supports came out, and we lost a bunch of wood at the bottom, and then the weight shifted, and then all of it just came down.
My tower did not survive the earthquake simulator test because we had an opening at the top, and one of the metal plates that we had to put in our tower, it broke through the top and then it just flew down the tower, and then it took all the other plates out.
For this project, we had 3 cameras. One is a top view, so that you can see how the top plate is affected, because that's the hardest one to stay intact. The one that shows the front view, so then you can see all the plates, and there's one that also shows the Richter scale and the timing, so you can because then you can like see where the plates fell at the right times, and you can use that to make a better project in the future if you would like to.
This class has been really enjoyable because I get to talk to my friends while doing fun things like building and doing things like computers and just like having fun.
Hi, my name is Spencer,
Madeline,
Jaxin,
and Jake.
And this is our Washington Island School experience. The ROV program is, well, it stands for Remote Operated Vehicle, and the ROV program is where we build an ROV.
First, what we did was we sketched out our plan, and then we built it afterwards. We're building a frame, and then putting the frame together, which is PVC pipe, and then we're adding motors onto the frame.
it's pretty much where you're making like a little submarine just out of PVC pipes and these little engine things that go up and down and stuff.
This is truly a STEM experience for the students. They're doing a science experiment around buoyancy and balance, and they very quickly learn that an underwater robot doesn't work very well if it either floats or it sinks. It has to stay neutrally buoyant.
They're learning a concept by physically doing it. So we are incorporating a lot of the math. They've had to measure, they've had to add to make sure they didn't go over their 10 feet. We've had to put that arts in there because they had to design it a certain way. Science, obviously, because we are learning about neutral buoyancy. We are learning about soldering and circuitry, so there's our technology and our engineering in there, and then the robotics of actually hooking up the motors, using the remotes and driving them in the pool. So this is a huge opportunity.
It was very enjoyable, and I liked it because we got to do things that are hands-on, and I enjoy hands-on as well as designing.
The mission at the end, I've written up a little mission that has them sampling and trying to catch balls instead of jellyfish and things like that around the pool. and they have to work as a team. So it's building all of these skills that are going to be important really in their jobs when they graduate from high school and beyond.
It was really fun because we ended up making like these little submarines that can go underwater and scoop up rings, which is pretty fun.
I think this was really fun because we actually get to build something in science class, and I'm thinking I'm going to keep on doing it.
They had such a wonderful time this year, and we're looking at taking ROV Trident out and checking out the shipwrecks on Plum Island, or taking it out and watching them repair the underwater cable or replace it. And it's not just going to end with our launch date. There are going to be other things that tie into the ROV program that we're really excited to continue.